I don't read comic books. I don't go see the comic book movies, except when the Daily Wire forces me to. I'm not a big fan. However, I have to defend the comic books a little bit, because there's a new hubbub over DC Comics, in which apparently it's a Batman comic. I used to really like Batman when I was a kid. And in the Batman comic, the Joker, who is a man, becomes pregnant and gives birth to a mud monster who transforms into a child version of the Joker, and who he then adopts as his son. Apparently, some other villain in the comic book pushes the Joker into a big pile of mud, and the curse that this character puts on the Joker doesn't work, and the Joker becomes pregnant. And now some people are reacting and saying, this is DC Comics going woke. This is pushing the transgender agenda in our comics, and this is terrible. And I actually have no problem with this. He's the Joker. He's the bad guy. It's okay, I think, in artistic depictions, and certainly in mythological depictions, which is what the superhero stories are. I think it's okay when disordered experiences and desires and states of being are represented in the bad guys. I would not be so placid about it all if Batman became pregnant. That would be pretty weird. That would probably be pushing a woke thing. But yeah, the Joker is a pretty disordered guy, and it's pretty disordered for a guy to get pregnant. I have no problem when Milton in Paradise Lost represents Satan as giving birth through his head to sin and death. It's kind of trans, I guess, but not really. It's okay. It's a mythological depiction of something, and something that's quite evil and quite disordered. So if the comic books want to portray transgenderism as just bizarre and wrong and evil and something the Joker does, okay, that's fine. Something you should avoid. Now, if the Joker becomes the hero, then I guess we have a problem. Democrat Representative Robert Garcia, whenever we get a Speaker of the House, plans to take the oath of office not on a Bible, but on a comic book. Representative-elect Garcia has said that he's eschewing the Bible. He's going to swear his oath of office on the Constitution, on his citizenship papers, on a picture of his dead parents, and on a Superman comic that he borrowed from the government. Very childish, obviously, to take the oath of office on a comic. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating for our whole country, and certainly for this guy. There's something deeper going on, though. The shallow take on this is just, wow, this is an overgrown man-child. What a joke. Our Congress, we're living in clown world. But there's something deeper going on, because the purpose of swearing the oath of office is that you are swearing by that which you worship, that which you hold most sacred, that to which you feel most accountable. The whole purpose of the oath of office, it's not just some empty ritual that we do because people used to do it in the old-timey days. We do it because what you're saying is, I promise that I will work for the common good, I'll defend the Constitution, I won't be corrupt, I'll pursue good and avoid evil, and I'm swearing by my God. May God help me if I do not do that, okay? And so if you believe in God, if you believe that such a vow matters, you're more likely to keep your promises. But for the modern lib types who don't believe in God, it's not just that then there is a void, it's that you swear by other gods. So the gods that he is swearing by here are the gods of the state, his citizenship papers, even the Constitution. The fact that he would swear by that means that what he holds most dear, what he holds most sacred, is the state, his ancestors, and a myth. I won't even just call it a child's story, which Superman is, but a myth. That is valuable. There is great value in the state. There's great value in your ancestors. There's great value in myths. But it's a sorry comparison to God. And it's pagan, too, is the other thing. In pagan societies, in godless societies, People swear by the state. The state is held as the supreme thing. Or one's ancestors. People, when they give up God, they engage in a kind of ancestor worship. Or myths. You think of the old Greek and Roman myths, which are different from true religion, which worships the one true God in a way which is logical. That's why we have theology. The pagan myths do not have theology. The pagan myths are not identified with the Logos. You actually see this going back all the way to the ancient Greek writers, distinguishing between the kind of story, the mythological stories of the gods and the true God, the truth, the logic, the first mover, the creator. This is a natural consequence of a society that is giving up God and specifically giving up Christianity, which has animated our civilization and has allowed our civilization to become the greatest in the history of the world. And as we give that up, expect a lot more confused people taking their oath of office on a comic book. And I tell you, I don't want to put the good of my society, my future, my family, my state, my country. I'm willing to stake that on God. I am not willing to stake that on a comic book. Okay, I trust that God will see us through. That's where I put my trust. We write that on our money here. In God we trust. That's our motto. It's in the national anthem. In Superman, I do not trust. The rest of the show continues now. You do not want to miss it. Become a member right now. It is Fake Headline Friday. I need your help to guide me along, as Virgil guided Dante, as I try to discern which of the 5 headlines that my producer Ben Davies has given me is the fake headline. So head on over to dailywire.com, use code Knowles at checkout for 2 months free on all annual plans. dailywire.com/Knowles.